Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well today. Not great news that I'm going to bring up right now. I know everybody feels inflation. We've all been seeing it. We've all been seeing it at the gas pump. We're seeing it at the grocery store. We're seeing it pretty much everywhere. There were some official numbers that came out today. Put a fine point on it. Inflation right now is at 8.5%. That's the highest that it's ever been in my lifetime. And I think we know where we feel it, right? You feel it everywhere. You feel it. If you want to go out, let's say I got a dinghy behind me. Doesn't matter that it's got a little tiny motor on it. The fuel that goes in it, it costs you that much more. I'm standing on a dock right now at the JC Park in Fort Pierce, one of the most beautiful parks in the whole of the 18th Congressional District. If you've never been by it, I hope you come to it. But it means that dock behind me costs that much more to build a dock or to drive to the park or anything else. There are solutions that Congress and the White House could be working on together to make a difference in the lives of individuals. I'm not saying that it would fix everything, but it can make a difference. And unfortunately, Congress and the White House are not working on these things together. I always tell people, I think the root cause, energy. Number one, the Biden administration needs to adjust their energy policies. And we can look at this in a host of different places. People use the term farm to table. Well, there's no such thing really as farm to table for the most part. It's farm to truck to table. Or if you want to get fuel in your car, it's refinery to truck to gas station. Or if you want to get something from the grocery store, right? It's farm or some other place to truck to grocery store. Everything, there's a truck in the middle. And for most of us, there's a vehicle in the middle of us going to get those things. So just number one thing that I constantly say we could be doing to help adjust this, get rid or put a moratorium on the 18.4 cents per gallon gas tax that exists right now and the 24 cents per gallon diesel tax that exists right now. That's one of the easy places that your government could be working to help out this issue and address energy policy. More long-term looking, this administration needs to change their cancellation of pipelines like the XL pipeline, or what they're looking to do in Michigan right now with canceling the Line 5 pipeline as we speak. Allow those projects to get long-term contracts on them so that they can come to fruition. Companies can use the long-term leases that they have to actually get energy in production, which they can't do if the policies of the administration say that there's going to be no use of these fuel sources in 5 or 10 years. If there's no use of them in 5 or 10 years, then there's no lender that's going to lend money to get those projects online. That's why it matters what the policy of this administration is right this minute. You go beyond that. What's some other things that we could be doing in Congress right now that I'm sad to say Congress is not bipartisanly working on? There is a chassis tax, a 12% tax on big rigs. Big rigs are what get most of our products from A to B. If you took that 12% tax off of those big rigs, that's another way to help get newer trucks on the road, more trucks on the road. Again, there's a shortage of truck drivers out there right now. One of the things that we could do to help that, take those programs like Pell Grants that exist for students and let young people that want to go get their CDL license use a Pell Grant to get that CDL license so that they don't have to take out loans in order to go be a part of that great livelihood that helps us all out by getting the goods that we need each and every day from all these different places to the places that we get them from. There are things that the government can actually be doing to help instead of doing these policies that get in the way and make everybody's life that much more expensive right now. One quick thing that I'd touch on this as well is just to say, the Federal Reserve is raising interest rates, and in most cases, that's what's classically done to counter inflation. I'm not so sure that that's the right move right now, in my opinion, because of the extremely high levels that you see of inflation going on at the pump, at the grocery store, at other places. You have people putting more and more on consumer credit. So by raising the interest rates, they're actually, in the end, raising the price on those people that had to put their grocery store on the credit, their groceries on the credit card, or their fuel on the credit card, or somebody that wants to go out there and buy a home. Home prices are already that much more through the roof because of the cost to get lumber and all of those items to build homes from A to B. Those energy prices are affecting home prices. Well, you know what? Now your mortgage is going to be that much more because of what they're doing with interest rates. So I know that's something that's classically done to address inflation, but I think because of what the administration has been doing with energy policies, they're not going to be able to address inflation with interest rates in the way that they want to. That's a little bit on the ridiculous inflation prices that we've seen going on right now, 8.5%. Sorry to see that going on. It's hurting everybody. I see it hurting everybody. I hope that Congress can do better in terms of addressing the problems in some of those places that I mentioned and a host of other places that we could be working on. As always, you have any good ideas on how to fix some of these things, I'm always all ears. Would love to take them back to Washington. I'll keep working on some of these things. I wish you all the best. I always look forward to seeing you all around home. Y'all take care.